Dragon Curry by Claus Koenig. Mr. Jelly had the secret recipe for a very special curry. He bought the spices and other ingredients from old Ahmed's shop and rushed home to make the curry. When the curry had been quietly bubbling for 2 hours, he took his wooden tasting spoon and scooped a small mouthful. As he blew the spoon to cool the curry a little, his eyes began to water and his spectacles misted over. Then, very carefully, he tasted his first mouthful. It was delicious. At first, Mr. Jelly thought what a remarkable mild curry it was. The flavor was certainly unusual, and it tingled on his tongue. And he could taste the spices he had stirred in at the last minute. Delicious, delicious, said Mr. Jelly. A moment later, he felt as if there was a bonfire had lit up in his stomach. He grabbed his glass of lemon juice and gulped it down. But it seemed to evaporate in his mouth. Mr. Jelly hurled himself across the kitchen and wrenched open the door of the fridge. "Ice, ice!" he croaked. "I must have ice!" There seemed to be crackers exploding in his tongue, and his face grew as red as a cherry. Quickly, he shoved a handful of ice cubes into his mouth, and soon, in 1 second, it had all dissolved. "Ow! It's hot!" Mr. Jelly yelled, and as he spoke, a flame of 1 meter long, all red, blue, and yellow, had been flickering from his mouth and set the kitchen curtains on fire. "Help!" he shouted. "Help! I'm on fire! Call the fire brigade!" Each time he said a word, the flames grew bigger and hotter, and all purple smoke began pouring from his nostrils. Each time he coughed, there were more flames, and soon the table and all 4 chairs were on fire. "If I don't act quickly, I'll burn down the house," he thought. "What can I do to stop the flames?" Foam! Because Mr. Jelly was such an orderly person, he washed up while he was cooking, so there was no dirty pans and pots in the sink. He ran to the sink and thrust his head into the hot water, foaming with the washing up liquid. The water immediately started bubbling and hissed and filled the kitchen with steam. When Mr. Jelly, surface spluttering and gasping, his head had a hollow of foam, but luckily the fire was out. Thank you.